G'day friends, Maloa here, and today I am here with Muradel in High Door, which is his neighborhood in the Breeze Center. And he has put together a lovely map for us of all the trick-or-treating locations that he's created in this homestead. And he even has a haunted house that he's completely decked out to show us today. So if you're in the mood to go trick-or-treating in Lord of the Rings Online, I highly suggest you jump into the Brandywine server, come to High Door, and have a blast. Today I am going to walk you through how that goes. So you'll be coming down to the main area in High Door where the stable master is, and there's a girl here called Begonia Grub. We're going to talk with her. And she's gonna give you this quest, a promise of treats and of trickery. Hey guys, this is Muradel. He is my
Hello,
friend. Muradel has been doing an amazing job the past couple of weeks. How long did it take you to put all this together, Muradel?
This has been an on and off project that I've been working on. I mean, it's been years in the making, really. Just every time they come out with new housing furniture, I get new ideas. I mean, I can't even promise this is like the final product, but the haunted house is very close to completion, like 99%.
I guess I gotta put on this costume, hey. Putting on the costume.
I don't think we'll be able to ride mounts, but that'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Costumes.
Ooh, all spooky. Alright,
Alright, are you ready?
I think that's one more quest I gotta pick up. Treats for trickery. Alright, yes, I am ready. Go show me the way.
There's a circle of houses in the south corner of this neighborhood, and the first stop is going to be on the left-hand side. We'll be going through the Chestnut Street 1 through 6, and then 2 and 3 High Road. And the first stop here is the Marshmallow Treats.
Oh, look at that. Marshmallows. Collected treat, Bridgewater marshmallow. Okay.
Now I try to make my themes consistent here. For example, the marshmallows with everything outside, the ice cream, the ice sculpture of the dragon.
Nice.
Like this, this is ice related. Now you might be wondering about the produce stall and the Gadarian supplier horn. This is technically my ice box. Like I keep all of my food here in a frozen state. We won't be going inside today, but the theme will be much more clear as to why I chose marshmallows, because they look like ice cubes.
Oh, cool.
We'll move on to the next one. This is my Elven themed house. I chose jam tarts for this. Now, before we pick the candy, I'm going to use the stable master in the door frame. Just give it a moment. And we have a nice elven stable master here to treat us and give us the candy. And the jam tarts, what was a bit of a struggle for me for picking a theme, but I know that elves are basically royalty, and purple is a royal color. Third house here represents the race of man. You'll see a statue of Brand, Dale Property Guard, a kite of Smaug the Golden with his heart pierced, or at least with his scale pierced anyway. And here is another stable master. 5 of the 8 homes have a stable master right at the door entrance, so that it could give the appearance of a proper neighborhood coming out to see you.
That is such a cool idea.
Thank you. And the licorice twist was a bit of a struggle, but I tried to connect it to the Brand, him having to shoot an arrow to kill Smaug. So just think of the licorice twist as a quiver of arrows.
Nice.
Yeah, some of these are a bit of a stretch, but over here, the 4th house This is the animal shelter that I set up. You'll see a lot of animals in the yard. And it will be the honey bears treats. We got got to be careful with that stand. It's a little too far away. Yeah, if you don't position it just right, sometimes they'll appear on the roof, so it kind of messes with you. And the next house that's on the left is a dog house full of dogs. The treat doormat there is going to be the Ent bark. I assume you can understand what I meant by that. And we got a Shire Stable Master stand, so we have a nice hobbit come out to greet us. Now, the next house is my personal house at 6 Chestnut Street. This one is a Moria-themed house, and it might be a little bit confusing with Samwise and Bill the Pony, but there's a excuse me, as we recall, Sam and Bill parted ways at the entrance to Moria, so that's why I have them there.
That was
Oh,
like
and the
one of my
and the
that was one of my
go ahead.
saddest parts in the story.
I know, but the stable master is the one dwarf in the neighborhood for Moria.
Perfect.
Oh, right, and the mint turtles. That's related to the Filical raid in Moria.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same turtle and everything. So mint turtles, Filical turtle raid. You got to play the game. Just play the game. This here is more of a haunted house. Well, it's not so much of a haunted house motif, but my friend is big into scary films, so I made it a scary yard. And I thought it more appropriate that he had the apple goblins doormat, since they look like decapitated heads. No stable master here. It's too spooky.
Too spooky for anybody to stay there.
And the last house for the candy mats is another friend of mine. He is really big into Irish lore. Green and orange are his favorite colors, and I did my absolute best to accommodate that using four-leaf clovers, and Rohan specifically, because they have all of that. How do you like Gaelic runes, heritage, what have you? It was the closest thing I could come up with. You want to see the haunted house?
Yes, let's go.
Oh, and that last doormat, the Mad Baggins Gold, Irish, bag of gold, you got it. So I placed the haunted house not too far from the candy mat area. And this is just supposed to creep everybody else out as much as possible. The yard is a bit of a struggle, but on the inside, it's going to be spectacular. The Memorial of the Gaunt Lords was something that was a friend let me borrow so that I could show the haunted house to everybody this year. And I got some stone trolls that I moved just shy out of the range of the shadow of the trees, so that obviously they're touched by the sun. They're stone trolls. we have an ill-omened hound here, just a spooky dog protecting the yard. The blood raven is just something else Halloweeny for us to have, but the snowy fanghorned Hjorn, if you're now, just be careful when approaching it, because you can actually port yourself out. If you go behind it, there is a treacherous hole, and that will port you to some random location out of the neighborhood. So please don't touch that.
Unless, unless you're ready for an adventure.
Yes. The treacherous hole came from a Misty Mountain quest. It's actually covered in snow, so I thought I should put the Hjorn covered in snow on top of it.
I love it. That's so smart.
The angry little old man Willow is just there staring at us menacingly. I put as many different haunted trees into the yard as I could with I can't remember the name of that Halloween character, Michael Myers, perhaps. I wanted to have a Michael Myers in the yard, a serial killer just stalking you, basically, from behind the tree. And the last stone troll is over in this direction, and then we'll head inside. He was go ahead.
So imaginative.
Thank you. And last but not least, don't forget the unwelcome mat. Most appropriate doormat for Halloween. Now, when you do go inside, you will need a moment for everything to load in. So if you try to move forward, it's going to throw you through a wall. So just be careful.
Sign danger.
Will you have floaty names on?
Yes, floaty names are on. I can see the sign danger.
To your left is the painting of a watchful goblin. You're always being watched from the moment you step in here. To the right, we have a mosaic of the King's Justice. If you look at it, you can see a king killing another king. And inside the painting, I put 2 beeswax candles to give it the appearance of the wounded king bleeding out.
I love it.
Thank you. The wicked cage here, just a poor tortured soul that lost his life. And there was a blood red bat here as well. The blood bat is simply close to the painting because it's bleeding. And over here is the spooky chair with Fernder's skull in it, just a decapitated head just looking at you. Occasionally, the wicked cage will spawn a crow which will caw at you, so you can't see it because it's above the ceiling. But sometimes when people walk in here, they'll hear that and they'll look at the raven here thinking it was that, but no, it was the furniture behind them. And then over here is the painting of a watchful warg. Oh, would you like to go ahead first? I can wait.
Yeah, no, I saw the eyes moving. That's cool.
Why don't you move forward? Just every time you see something, I'll wait.
Okay.
So this here is my little spider corner. I've got a crystal spider just guarding its eggs behind a wall of web. And if you look closely at the web, it's actually got screaming faces in it. I thought that was really cool when I first discovered that.
You do? You're right. Huh.
And to the right here, this grate. You can see some tentacles hanging out. The tentacle of Helchcam. I moved it within the wall, so it gave the appearance that there was a monster that's being trapped in a cage. Now, this next part is a little difficult to see. Let me see if I can activate it. Sounds like it's growling at you.
It does.
And that's the Nornuan's head. It has this spiky tongue. It's a long, spiky tongue. And it's near the ground next to one of the tentacles. It's very hard to see. But when you right-click on it, it'll give you a jump scare.
I see it.
And this here, turn back with the decorative gourds. Why don't you go ahead and activate them?
Where'd you find the sign?
Oh, I believe that's a Harvest Meth festival item.
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken. Could be right. Oh, and you'll have to look down the corridor when you do that. Here, just look down the corridor, and I'll activate the gourd.
There we go.
And that ghost will go in a big circle. It will actually appear right next to the Watchful Goblin painting, like right in front of it. So it's like a ghost appearing out of a painting. You can go ahead and come in here. This is basically just like a science lab just mixed with sorcery. The dark arts are performed here. It's a very dangerous, sinister place. You do not want to be here. And like the mad scientist, whatever you want to call him, he's got like his whole place set up here, just learning evil and testing out all kinds of concoctions.
Mm.
The tapestry of fear and flame shows a picture of the Witch King, I believe, facing the Balrog. But obviously, when you do a full 180, you'll see a statue of the Balrog himself, as if he were coming out of a portal. You've probably noticed the swirling bats.
Yeah.
There's 4 black mushroom pots here that are burning in braziers of the weaving wood. It's supposed to give you a hint that really all you're seeing is a hallucination. You're just breathing in these fumes from the black mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we can move on to the next room now. What I would recommend is going into first-person view and approaching this door.
Okay.
Now, don't go through it. Don't go through it until you open it. But you can go ahead. And you can approach whenever you want.
Do I really want to go through this door? There we go.
So this room is where reality is basically breaking down and monsters are coming through. You've got grasping maws like in every corner, just screaming through the void. You've got heads on spikes just littered everywhere. The candles on the ground, not exactly family friendly, but it's a pentagram if you look at them all. With the Black Book of Mordor in front of a Mordor Lost Lore bookcase that's been turned around to give it the appearance of a bloody door. And the decorative gourds here, let's see if I can activate that.
Yeah?
Make it look as though a ghost is spawning out of the gate to hell.
Sure did.
One last secret that I would mention of this room, in the on top of the bookcase, or at least near the top, is Sambrog's helm, and underneath that helm is an in-league keg that nobody should drink, because when you drink an in-league sinister keg, it's going to port you out. But the theme is that you are beseeching the spirit in the door for knowledge. And so you activate the in-league keg, and you pass out, and you get ported somewhere random. It's basically teleportation going through that door. And relatively speaking, that's the fullness of the haunted house. I locked away the second floor. I needed all the hooks on the first floor, moved a bunch of decorative walls around to make this happen. Obviously, no kin house actually looks like this. I've had to modify every single room so that it doesn't look remotely like a kin house.
Dude, this must have been a lot of work.
Oh yes, getting the Mordor decorative walls was a real pain. There is one small feature here that's really not for trick-or-treaters, but if they want to, they can use it. I'll activate it myself here. There's a hidden housing item in the ground. The training dummy stand. And so if you ever feel like fighting the Balrog, or at least pretending to, you can attack the DPS target dummy and make it look like you're having a one-on-one battle with the Durin's Bane himself.
So what do I actually do with this candy?
You eat it. I don't believe you can eat it while in costume, but you'll start activating a deed once you start eating candy.
Myrtle, thank you so much for showing me the haunted neighborhood today, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to come check it out, and all your excellent work. Thanks for watching.